Now that's talking about when he shows up, he's going to slay the wicked. All right. Let me read it again. Isaiah 11:4 it said, but with righteousness shall he judge the poor. The poor, he's talking about the children of Israel. It's like it. And it says, and reprove with equity for the meek of the earth, and he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips he shall slay the wicked. All right, it's gonna come down in fierce, righteous anger, man. All right, to get those that don't believe. All right, that's not talking about us being on the highways and byways, because nobody's gonna believe us. All right, only people that's gonna believe us out there on the highways and byways are 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 the elected in 1/3 of Israel. The elected 1/3 of Israel, the only one that's going to believe this gospel that we teach on the highways and byways. The rest of them are not going to believe. All right, so they're not going to believe until he show up. All right, that's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. Let me get that real quick. Wait a minute. All right. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness and before the face of such that have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. And that's what we're doing right now. It says, when they shall see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation. So when they see us, that's when they're going to be troubled with fear, when they shall see our salvation. All right. So far off from all that they look for, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. We accounted his life madness and his end without honor. All right. How is he numbered among the children of Yahweh and his lot among the saints? All right. All right. It's like, okay. So now they seeing us being lifted up in the chariots, and then they realize, dang, they were trying to tell us the truth in the beginning. All right. It says, therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness has not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. All right. So so they're not gonna ain't nobody gonna believe until Yahweh Shai shows up. That's when they're gonna start believing. All right, when once these prophecies started really getting kicking off, man, and that's you can feel that spirit of righteous anger coming. That's when people are gonna believe. All right, it says matter of fact, because we're gonna be out there on the highways and byways teaching day in and day out, and it's only gonna fall into the ears of the elect, the ones that really truly believe in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 10. It says, many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise will understand. All right, and you have to dwell with wisdom to be able to understand these scriptures and break them down properly, and to understand that Isaiah 11 is not talking about Acts chapter 2. Okay, it says, all right, this is Isaiah 11:5. It says, and righteousness shall be the girdle of his loins, and faithfulness the gird of his reins. All right. The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb. All right. There wasn't no accounts of wolves dwelling with lambs in Acts chapter 2. All right. Basically, this is talking about what's going to happen after salvation. All right. All right. And the leper shall lie down with the kid. It's not talking about an actual kid. It's talking about a goat. And it says, and the calf and the lion and the young lion and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them, and the cow shall bear, and the bear shall feed their young ones, and lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox. All right, so basically that's just talking about what's going to happen in the kingdom. All right, this hasn't happened yet. It says, and the suckling child shall play in the hole of the asp, and the weaned child shall put his hand on the cockatrice den. And if you remember, like later on in Acts, uh, Paul Paul got bit by a snake, and they sat there and waited on him to die. All right, but the Lord healed him. You know what I'm saying, through the Spirit, so that that poison won't get in his system. All right. It says, they shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, for the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the Lord as the waters cover the sea. So that didn't happen in Acts chapter 2, because we're still teaching to this day. All right, said the whole world shall know who the Lord is. All right, let me get Jeremiah 31 and 34. It says, and they shall teach no more every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord. All right, so like, we still doing that to this day. What do we do when we see somebody out on the streets? Hey man, did you know you are an Israelite? Did you know the Most High's name is Yahweh? His son's name is Yahweh Shai. You see, we're still doing that to this day. So none of that has not been fulfilled either. It says, yeah, and they shall know me from the least of them unto the greatest of them, saith the Lord. For I will forgive their iniquities, and I will remember their sins no more. All right. Let me get. So basically, we haven't made it to that point yet, because we're still having to teach. Hebrews 8 and 11. Yes, it's Hebrews 8 and 11. It says, and they shall not teach every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord, for all shall know me from the least to the greatest. All right. So basically, and that. This is Paul talking. I don't know if this was time period was after the period of Acts, but it's referring back to Isaiah 11 and 9. So let me write that down as a precept. Isaiah 11 and 9. So we're still having to teach the world who Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is. All right. It says, and this is 11 and 9 again. It says, and they shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain. All right. What is our holy mountain? That's the government of the set apart mountain of Israel. All right. That's the elect. All right. For the earth shall be full of the knowledge of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai as the waters cover the sea. And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse. Now, if you look at this little thing on chapter 10, now it's going back up to the top. It's a little punctuation right there. Looks like a little backwards P. That's a transition in conversation. All right. So now this is going back up to the top to explain how all this is going to go down. All right, it says, in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand as an enzyme of the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious. All right. All right, so I want to look at the word enzyme, ensign, or like a sign, or like a banner. Okay. This is get rid of this. All right, where is it? Chapter 11 and 10. All right, it says enzyme, sign, enzyme. Okay. Look that up. Let's see, come on. Hebrew. All right, it says a flag, a sail, a flagship, a signal, a token, something lifted up, standard, signal, sign, pole, ensign, banner. All right, banner, sign, sail. All right, and that word that is being used is I think it's nacha. All right, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta go. I'm not good on the Yiddish or the Syrian, but which means something lifted up. All right, and if you go to Isaiah 13 and 2, it says, lift up a banner upon the high mountain and exalt the voice unto them and shake the hand. All right. Now, what is that? Look at that word banner right there. It's the same thing. All right. Nacha. All right. So what does that? What does that sign mean? He shall be an ensign of the people. He shall be a banner on them for us to lift up, give praise to. What does it say? It say, kiss the son unless he be angry. All right. So that's going to be the standard for us to come back to the Father. That's what's going to set us apart from these different lands that we're going to be scattered among to. All right. And that you know what I'm saying? Because what the scripture says, it says, in the place where I shall scatter them, I shall be a little sanctuary unto them. All right. So he's going to be that standard or that enzyme, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, for us to look in, for us to guide us, to pull us out of these nations that we're going to be scattered from. All right. All right. First, he has to pull us through. He has to pull us through physically. Mentally, and then he's going to pull us through physically with the chariots. All right. Matter of fact, let me get Ezekiel 11. Ezekiel 11 and 16. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, although I have cast thee far off from the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries, yet will I be to them a little sanctuaries in the country where they shall come. And that sanctuary is going to be that spiritual tabernacle that we're going to dwell in, like we're going to come through this word, through the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. All right. And we're living the fulfillment of that right now. That's being fulfilled right now. Let me get Baruch. This is Baruch chapter 2, verse 30. It says, for I knew that they would not hear, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivity they shall remember themselves, and they shall know that I am their Lord, their power, and I will forgive them, and I will give them a heart and ears to hear. All right. So, like I said before, my sheep shall hear my voice, and they know me. All right, and that's just is what it is. All right. So the ones that understand, that are gonna look towards that sign, that enzyme, that banner to lift up, are gonna be the elect. All right, the ones that really believe in the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And if you're teaching anything other than this doctrine, you don't believe in the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right, and it says, this is Isaiah 11 and 11. It says, and it shall come to pass, because to that sign, to the truth shall the Gentiles see. All right, he's the word. We're gonna according to John. Let me get it. John chapter 1. All right. It says, this is John chapter 1, started at 10. It says, he was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. All right. But he came unto his own, and his own received him not. But as many as received him, to him gave he power to become the sons of God, to them that believe on his name. All right. So that's what we're drawn to, the truth. What is it? Let me get John 17 and 17. It says, sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is true. As thou hast sent me unto the world, even so have I also sent them unto the world. All right. So we come bearing that banner, that enzyme, which was given unto us through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. All right. And it says back in Isaiah chapter 11, it says, and it shall come to pass, and in that day, Isaiah 11:11, it said that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros and from Cush and from Shinar, from Elam and from Shinar and from Hamath and from the isles of the sea. All right. So that's going back to Ezekiel chapter 11 and also Ezekiel. Let me get Ezekiel 37 real quick. It's Ezekiel 37 and 30 and 21. It says, and say unto them, thus saith the Lord, behold, Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen wherever they shall go, and will gather them on every side and bring them into their own land. And I will make them a nation, one nation, in the land of the upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all. So who was the king? Herod or Caesar? So who was the king in this time during Acts chapter 2? If this is the fulfillment of Acts chapter 2. All right. It says, and I on every side and bring them to their own land, and I will make one nation upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all. And that king is King David. It says, and there shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms anymore at all. It says, neither shall they defile themselves anymore with their idols, nor their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions, but I will save them out of all their dwelling places wherein they have sinned, and will see and cleanse them, so they shall be my people, and I shall be their power. And David, my servant, shall be king over them, and they shall have one shepherd. They shall also walk in my judgments and observe my statutes and do them. All right, and we're still under the grace period right now. We try to abide by the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, But that's just it. That's just that. I mean, to the best of our ability, we still need a grace. All right, and so it says, this is Isaiah 11:12. It says, and he shall set up an enzyme for the nations, and shall assemble out of the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. All right, let's go to Isaiah 13:2. It says, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles. All right. So we going up to the gates of these wicked elites. You know what I'm saying? Shaking the hand at them. We're also shaking the hand at our people, lifting up that banner, lifting up that standard of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. All right, that's the standard, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, this is Isaiah 58:1. It says, cry aloud, spare not. Slaki. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins. All right. So basically, that's what we're doing right now, and we're waiting on this process to happen when the Lord shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips shall slay the wicked. All right. Matter of fact, let me get that. This is Revelations 13:9. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience of the saint, and the patience and the faith of the saints. All right, and that's what we're waiting for. All right, we're waiting for him to slay the wicked. All right. All right, this is Psalms 137 and 8. I mean 9. It says, "Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones." All right, and that's what we're waiting on. You know what I'm saying? Maybe start at 8. It says, start at 7. It says, "Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof." That happened around 586 BC. All right, it says, "O daughter of Babylon, who art," because they helped us go into Babylon. It says, "Who art thou to be destroyed? Happy shall he be that rewardeth thee, and as thou hast served us." That's what we're waiting on. And that goes with Isaiah chapter 11, verse 4. All right. Okay. So let me go back to 11 and 13. It says, "Even also Ephraim shall be," this is Isaiah 11 and 13. It says, "Even also the envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim will not envy Judah, and Judah will not vex Ephraim. But they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines towards the west." That hasn't happened. "They shall spoil them of the east together." That hasn't happened. "They shall lay their hand upon Edom." That definitely hasn't happened. "And Moab, and the children of Ammon shall obey them." So we don't have none of these other countries in subjection, especially Esau. "And the Lord shall utterly destroy the tongue of the Egyptian sea, and with his mighty wind shall he shake his hand over the river, and shall smite it in the seven streams, and make men go over dry shod." All right, "and there shall be a highway for the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, like it was to Israel in the day that he came up out of the land of Egypt." And if you remember how we came up out of the land of Egypt, Yahweh smote the Egyptians, destroyed the Egyptian army. Now all that is documented. All right. So he said in that time, the second time when he shall bring his hand and bring back the captivity of his people, Israel, it's going to be like the time of the Exodus. So it's going to be a lot of destruction. All right. America's going to be totally destroyed, never inhabited again. Israel's going to be destroyed, and the rest of these nations are going to have to build it back up. And we're going to be in our righteous place, not in America. All right. As a matter of fact, let me get Acts chapter 2 real quick before I close it out. Because Acts chapter 2 says something totally different than what Isaiah 11 is saying. It says, Acts chapter 2, verse 5, it says, "And there were dwelling at Jerusalem devout men out of every nation under heaven." All right. All right. Jews, devout men under every nation. So obviously they had an understanding of what was going on because they were devout men. They were learning about the Lord. So that couldn't have happened during that time because that's they already had the standard because they were walking with the Lord at one point in time. All right. With that being said, I want to say, Kal Halal La Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Harakakodash Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. The salutations to the Archim that are pushing the truth and sincerity and truth throughout the four corners of the earth. And peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right. I hope this was edifying and it served its purpose. And I hope it helped defend the gospel, man, because you got these idiots out here that's trying to destroy the foundation that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai built up. But just like he told Paul, man, can't you see it's hard to kick against the pricks? You ain't gonna do nothing but hurt yourself. All right, we almost out of here, yo. Keep pushing, man. All right, shalom.